We are right now standing near what would be called the Palace Church. It could also be called the Castle Church, but more accurately a Palace Church because it was connected to the palace, which is over this way. Palace of who? Well, at the time that we're talking about right now is Frederick the Wise, of course, who was a sponsor and a great advocate for Martin Luther. Frederick had a little bit of a weakness, and that was in relics. The crown of thorns, if we could get a thorn from the crown of thorns of Christ, or if we could get a bone of St. Peter, or something like that, just to add to the collection. And he liked them so much you could call him a hoarder, because he soon had almost 20,000 relics accumulated near the end of his accumulation. He had one more relic, one more gift, if you could say, by Pope Leo X, that he didn't accept. Shakespeare says a rose by any other name is just as sweet. Martin Luther also talked about true beauty of creation is not what man can do, but rather in the beauty of the nature of the tree, the nature of the grass itself. The Vatican, Pope Leo X, was trying to get a hold of Luther, and not try to get a hold of his number, was trying to get a hold of his neck. And so he was going to send a gift to Frederick the Wise. Frederick the Wise, again, he knew his weakness, and so the Pope granted to Frederick the Wise a golden rose. Now, the golden rose is important to the Roman Catholic Church for the last 1,000 years, starting from 1096 AD. And the golden rose was always given on special occasions for different reasons. But this golden rose given by Pope Leo X to Luther, not to Luther, but rather to Frederick the Wise, was done so to soften Frederick. To say, Frederick, here's a nice gift. Would you just kind of ease up on your influence in Germany? Because right now, even though Charles V is the new young emperor, he's too busy in Spain. You still have a lot of influence. We want you to ease up on your influence, and at the same time, Frederick, we want you to loosen up the guard that you've placed around Martin Luther. Now, it was never really said what Frederick the Wise said after he received the rose, but he did not return the rose. But at the same time, he did not soften up his guard around Martin Luther. An interesting thing about the golden rose, there have been a little over 100 of them given in the last almost 1,000 years by the Roman Catholic Church. But within the last 15 years, more than a quarter of them, of that number, has been given. And so the question remains, when something is given, a gift, what's attached to it? What's expected? And so with the Vatican, with Pope Leo X, with Frederick the Wise, it was a gift meant to soften. And the question remains, why are gifts given, and why have gifts been given by the Vatican? Purely for wonderful, altruistic, Christian reasons, sure. But was there always political power asked for behind these gifts? That is the story, the golden rose of Frederick the Wise.